Hello, my name is Jessica Lung, and I did my presentation on H.R. 1069, the Timely Mental Health for Foster Youth Act. The Timely Mental Health for Foster Youth Act amends Part B of Title IV of the Social Security Act with respect to state plans for the ongoing oversight and coordination of healthcare services for children in foster care placement. An initial mental health screening of any child in foster care must be completed within 30 days after the child enters into foster care. In the case of any child for whom a mental health issue is identified in such initial screening, a comprehensive assessment of the child's mental health must be completed within 60 days after the child's entry into foster care. Researchers have identified mental health as the greatest unmet health need for children and teens in foster care. Children entering foster care undergo required physical health assessments, but often do not receive a mental health screening. This bill mandates that our foster care system recognizes the importance of mental health for at-risk youth. As stated by Congressman Lawrence, who introduced the policy, the Timely Mental Health for Foster Youth Act is a bipartisan, bicameral measure guaranteeing that foster youth are given the resources necessary to succeed from the moment they enter care. Advantage: early identification of social-emotional delays and disorders and access to services is important for preventing distress and impairment and improving outcomes for children. Disadvantage: one disadvantage of implementing these health screenings is cost. Total cost ranges from $106,125 to $172,018 for the screening. I firmly believe that the policy will pass, especially because up to 80% of children in foster care are shown to have significant mental health issues compared to approximately 18 to 22% of the general population. As a result of these increased mental health issues, foster youth are prescribed psychotropic medicines at a much higher rate than non-foster youth, costing the state, through fee-for-service programs such as Medicaid, millions of dollars a year. This new policy is not linked to any previous policies. The only policy with some similarities is the Protecting Foster Youth Resources to Promote Self-Sufficiency Act, which requires the state agency regarding each foster care child under state responsibility and on whose behalf the state receives OASDI or SSI benefits to develop a plan for the child to achieve self-support after leaving foster care. Through this assignment, I learned the importance of mental health screenings. While I did know that being part of the foster program changes a child's mindset growing up, I did not know it affected such a huge percent of that population. In my future as a healthcare professional, I hope to be able to implement these health screenings where it is not currently available. Foster children do not have the same surroundings and benefits as most other children, so as a healthcare professional, I want to make sure they at least get the health benefits they deserve. I want to use my knowledge to help them to get the help and care they need. About 15 million children in America have diagnosable emotional or behavioral health disorders, and less than 25% of children in the U.S. who need mental health services receive them. Also, statistics show that foster youth are 5 times more likely to suffer from trauma and PTSD, but often do not have access to the proper care or support network needed. Implementing these health screenings will greatly lessen the amount of children with mental health disorders, thus improving the overall physical and mental well-being of the children. Overall, I think the approval of this new policy will be highly beneficial in helping to ensure that foster children receive the quality of care they deserve. Mental health is not something to be taken lightly. Children with mental health disorders that remain untreated can damage the child as they grow into adulthood. This is why I believe foster children should be screened as soon as possible so they can receive the help that they need. The end. Thanks for listening.